Hey, everybody, and welcome in. It's the Poor Man Fantasy Football League podcast. We're the fantasy football show that gives you a peek inside the life and times of our Dynasty League. I'm your host, Mike. With me, as always, is my friend Andrew. And this week, we're going to be breaking down the NFC West. It's our first dip into the NFC. Andrew, it is Wednesday night, August 13th.
Yes.
What a lucky number. How you doing?
Not too bad. Not the nicest weather in the city right now, but
No, everything is wet and soggy.
yes, feels like fall already.
I'm going to say it's finally spring. Spring is finally sprung.
Okay, yeah, we didn't get a summer. That's right.
That's right. We haven't really had summer yet. It's still spring. It's just a really long spring. I'm hoping for an extension on summer so I can get some really good use out of my pool.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually looking at if the weather does hold up, doing like some September camping.
Really?
When people stop going every weekend, right? Some of those more popular places like Wabaman
Mm-hmm.
might not be as busy after the September long weekend. So
Actually get in, get a good spot,
yeah.
enjoy some of the nicer weather.
And with it being quieter out there, right? So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, hopefully the weather does bounce back, like you said.
Fingers
You
crossed.
know,
I am really, really hoping for a late summer so that the month of September into October we actually get some really, really above seasonal temperatures.
yeah, yeah, because we haven't had a whole lot of like 30s this
No,
year, like we usually do. So
no. Uh, nice because I don't have an AC unit in my house, so we've been blessed in that
we
sense.
dodged
But
that bullet. Yeah,
yeah, but I would prefer some really hot, wonderful days.
I'm sure there's still some out there. So
We'll get there. All right. Well, there is some football news to talk about. Our friend James Cook was extended. He got 4 years, 48 mil with 30 mil guaranteed. I'm pretty sure not the amount of money he was looking for, but I think it's probably a bit more respectable and accurate for what he contributes to the team.
yeah, and I think he's in a circumstance because Josh Allen runs the ball too much that he gets undervalued being on Buffalo. Um, put him on another team where the quarterback doesn't run like who who would I say like Tampa Bay.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, his value may skyrocket because he's their whole running game, right?
Sure. You pair him with a quarterback that doesn't run the ball. It does elevate his value. However, a lot of teams have good running backs. So the running back market isn't necessarily there, which I think is the realization maybe he came to.
Yeah, you're probably right. Um, I do think the running back market bounced back last year and this year, as opposed to a couple of years past where they devalued the running back way too much.
Yeah. Running backs were
Um,
extremely valuable for the success of teams last year.
yeah,
And this running back class of this year's draft seemed to be very deep. So
yeah. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
I think that the fact that there's a deep running back class, could devalue contracts because there is somebody else who could be the next man up at a lower price.
Yeah, like you look at, I mean, you look at every team, right? They'll carry maybe if they're lucky, they'll carry three good running backs, typically two. As where like your wide receivers, they're carrying six or seven because those guys become the kick returners too. So you're right. You know, the opportunity if you get a really good year of running backs entering the draft, hey, I can get instead of Cook, I can get a rookie that might do just as well as Cook for a third of the price.
Yeah. So if running backs want to get good contracts, less of them need to come into the NFL.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
Essentially is the right? And maybe now with all of that nil money floating around, we will see less of them transferring at a younger age into the NFL.
You're right. That might be the case as well.
Okay. Other news we got. Packers quarterback Jordan Love had surgery on his non-throwing hand, so he's not expected to miss any time. Nice thing is it's not his throwing hand. Otherwise, that could be season ending.
Well,
Speaking,
what that could affect was him getting the sack or the snap, right?
how he gets the snap. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, there was an article online today that said he is still expected to start week 1.
Okay. Next up is Matthew Stafford, whose jersey I'm rocking today. Good old Matty Stafford is still suffering from ongoing back issues that could see him miss time to start the season. I think there's a real threat that this might be it. Like he might not actually get any playing time this year. If his back is as messed up as people are downplaying it, then he might not see the field and his career might officially be done. He might have to retire.
Or it might be on the flip side. It might not be as bad as people are making it out.
Sure, right. Like it's the way I'm hearing it, and I hear people talk about it, is that they talk about it in those hush tones where he has an injury, there is an issue, we're downplaying it, but we think the issue is really big, and this is where we're at. As opposed to he has an issue, we're monitoring it, but it's really not that big of a deal, but we're making it a big deal because he's significantly important to that team. So I feel it's bigger than it is, and they're downplaying it. I don't think it's a small thing because when he was with Detroit, that's when it started, and this hasn't gone away. It's continuing to persist, and I appreciated what Matthew Stafford did for us in Detroit. I'm happy that he got his Super Bowl. Hopefully, it's enough to get him into the Hall of Fame. I just don't know what kind of quality of life he's going to have later on in life because of the injury he's continuing to put his body through to play this game.
With a back injury, though, it could be one of those things where, today it feels fine and yeah, I can go, but then 2 days from now, I can't even get out of bed, right?
Or one funny hit, and then it's like, oop,
the back just seizes up.
Yep, you're just
So it's probably going to be a lot of this year might be game time decision. Are you loose and can you go, or do we have to have the backup in? Who is their backup?
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh.
When it comes to backups, Jimmy Garoppolo has got you covered. I'm not sure he's a season-long starter, but he will bridge you until you can get somebody on the field.
But if Stafford has to go, if Stafford misses more than half the season, I don't think Garoppolo is your guy.
No, but what are they going to do?
Well, they're going to have to cut half of the team in Cleveland because 3/4 of their team are quarterbacks.
Okay.
So maybe they can get somebody that's
Kenny Pickett,
as good or better than I would take Pickett over Garoppolo right now.
Think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. I take the veteran experience of a Garoppolo over Kenny Pickett. I'd try and get Jameis Winston. If all else fails, that's who I'd be going after. I'd be calling up the Giants and saying, "Hey, do you need Jameis? Because we could take that level of crazy over here. We just need someone to throw these boys the ball."
Yeah, the Giants would be a good place to go to. Heck, even if you hit up for 1 year, you took Massage Boy,
Deshaun Watson,
just to get you through the year.
He can't even play football right now. He's injured. That's why they.
Right.
Yeah, right. He's toast. Right. Hey, what if they went and got Joe Flacco? Say, hey, you know what? You've got your young bucks. You're figuring out whatever you're doing.
Your best shot at a Super Bowl.
Give us Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco with Puka and Devontae Adams? Come on.
Yeah, that actually would be nice to see, even though I can't stand Joe Flacco because he was a Raven. Yeah, but that would be how crazy would that be that you go and you pick up Flacco because you have nobody else and you actually win the Super Bowl.
They've got a great team. If they can, it could happen. Yes. I could see that. That would be something. Joe Flacco wins a Super Bowl
in his last year playing ball.
Yeah, he's done. I'm out. See you guys later. Peace.
Yeah, that would solidify him into the Hall of Fame, even though
Yeah.
I'm sure he's probably going to go anyway. But
yeah. Well, okay, wait. Tangent. Have you seen the Hall of Fame list this year?
Yes, I think I did. Or did I see the baseball one?
Inductees. Okay, sorry. Hang on. Let me. Who?
Well, while you're looking that up.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Right here. I got it. Bear with me. So in 2025, they announced the guys who were on the ballot. Okay, and it's
you're probably
there's an NFL honor
2026.
Yeah, Antonio Gates, Jared Allen. Okay, so you're right. I need 2026.
Yeah. So while you're
Please
looking
continue.
That up, running back Tajay Spears for the Titans.
Yeah.
Set to miss several weeks with an ankle injury. Well, ankle and Achilles, those are the worst. Those are killers. That could be a bad thing. That could end up being long term. And then the other one that you have down here, Anthony Richards, got a little bit of a boo boo on his finger. How much time is he going to miss now?
I have no idea. Too much.
Through 2028, even though he was supposedly the front runner on the team and looking great, and then he gets hurt. What the?
Okay, here we go. Do I have it? Is this the one? Okay, here's a quick rundown of some of the notables who will be eligible for the first time. Okay, these are the guys that can be voted in. Drew Brees, first ballot Hall of Fame. Yep,
probably,
no question.
Although I don't think he win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he did.
Did the States?
Yeah, that was the. I think that was the one. He beat the Ravens when the lights went out.
Yes.
And then they came back and.
Yeah.
All right, Larry Fitzgerald. I say yes.
That one I'm on the fence with. Great career, but he might be a second year guy.
Okay. Jason Witten.
No. I would suspect he'll be like a third or fourth year.
Frank
because another no. Not first year.
I don't think his first year. Phillip Rivers.
Yes. Because if Drew Brees is going to get in, Phillip Rivers is going to get in. Because they came in at the same time. They had almost mirror careers.
Oh, I don't know.
It's just Rivers didn't win the Super Bowl.
Okay. Center Maurice Pouncey.
Yes. Tons of years with Pittsburgh. He protected Roethlisberger for many years. Yeah, I would say yeah.
Running back Todd Gurley.
No.
I think Todd Gurley had a career that was Hall of Fame worthy.
He'd be on the bubble, but so he'd probably be kind of his last swing at the cat might get in.
Okay. Running back LaShawn McCoy.
No.
I think LaShawn McCoy over Todd Gurley.
No, because I think Gurley won a Super Bowl with the Rams.
Okay.
And LaShawn McCoy, I believe, I think his whole career was with Buffalo, and they didn't win anything with him.
Okay. Wide receiver Dez Bryant.
Oh, that's a tough one. Still, he didn't win a championship, I don't think. He might make it just because of lack of other people for first year.
Okay. Wide receiver Julian Edelman.
Yes.
I think he'll get in because of the Super Bowls he's won.
Yes, I don't think he deserves. But
he had the catch
in the right place.
Yeah.
He's in the right place at the right time. Put him 3 years later or 3 years earlier, and he would have been lost in the shuffle.
Okay. Linebacker Thomas Davis. I don't know who that is.
Kansas City Chief. Died young. If this is Michael Thomas, right?
No, not Michael Thomas. Thomas Davis.
Oh, then I don't know this guy.
Thomas Davis. Hang on. Thomas Davis was an American former professional football player. Played 16 seasons. Looks like with the Chargers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't know enough about him to. He doesn't stand out as one of the greats.
He's actually a coach for the Commanders right now. Okay. Then we've got offensive lineman Mike Iwapati. Iwapati?
Yeah, never heard of the guy.
Defensive tackle Geno Atkins. You should know him.
Yeah, from Cincinnati.
Yep.
Do I think he's first year ballot? No. He was decent, but I don't think he's not up there with like, Randy White and guys like that were slam dunks.
Quarterback Alex Smith.
No. He had a long career. But he didn't. He was on average. He'd be up there with like Carson Palmer and Andy Dalton and guys like that.
I find it hard to understand how Alex Smith is on this list. I didn't think he had that illustrious of a career. And then last is defensive lineman Jarrell Casey.
Yeah, don't know.
Jarrell Casey, he's 35 years old. He played. Who did he play for?
He's only 35.
Looks like he played for the Titans. Does he still play?
As a defense, well, he couldn't. He'd have to be retired for X number of years to be able to qualify. At being 35 and having been retired for at least, I think it's a 4-year wait.
So he announced his retirement September 2nd, 2021. So that would put it at 4 years.
Okay. So unless the guy won like 2 or 3 defensive players of the year awards in his short career, I can't see it.
Yeah, the name does not pop with me. So I can't say.
When I think like first ballot Hall of Fame guys for defense, that's like Ray Lewis, Ronnie Lott.
Sure, yeah.
Junior Seau, Ron Woodson, yeah. Charles Woodson.
Luke Colucci. He's not on this. He doesn't show on this specific list, but he is eligible this year. Luke, linebacker for the Carolina Panthers.
I thought he played for the Patriots for a while.
No, he was a Carolina Panther.
Maybe. I don't know his stats well enough to say whether he should be up there or not, but hard to say. I don't think the class is super strong.
Adam Vinatieri.
Yes.
Yeah, from a kicking standpoint, I'd put him in. Yeah.
The 2 guys right now that I think would be first ballot Hall of Famers from kickers, him and Pat McAfee. I think Pat McAfee was just, he was in a league of his own. Like that guy would go out and tackle and lay guys out. But Adam Vinatieri, yeah, he was probably, when he retired, he was probably the highest scoring kicker, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think he still holds that. Okay, here's some other main names that apparently didn't make the descriptive list. Was Greg Olsen, tight end for the Carolina Panthers.
And Dallas Cowboys, yeah, no.
Yeah, Steven Gostkowski, kicker for the Patriots during their big Super Bowl run. Yeah, that's it. Other notable names. Yeah, then there's a bunch of names from last year that should be in it this year. Like Eli Manning didn't make the cut last year, but he's expected to be honored this year.
Yeah, because when you're looking at the class, like I think only 6 or 7 people get in.
Yeah.
So if you've got first ballot, you got like 10 people. Obviously, they're not all going to make it, and some of the other guys that are going to make it are second, third year ballot guys, right? So I could see though. Wow, you know what? Now looking back at it, Phillip Rivers might be a no. Drew Brees might be a no. Drew Brees might get it because I think for a while he held the record for most passing
yards. Yeah, I still think that he's the dude. He'll get it. I think Drew Brees is a lock.
So maybe this year it's Manning and Brees.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. That would be fair enough.
Yeah. Okay. Just kind of neat to see some of the names that are potentially going to make it in.
I'm surprised that list is out so early.
Actually, it was revealed February 7th, but I'm assuming this is like the giant list of names that are actually eligible, and now we're getting closer to the actual voting aspect of it. These are the guys that are actually have a chance of getting in. Yeah. All right.
Well,
oops.
Good luck to all of them.
Yeah. Wish them all the best. Okay. That's it for our news. Let's get down to breaking down the NFC West. So that's your Arizona Cardinals, your Rams, your San Francisco 49ers, and your Seattle Dirty Birds.
Yes, the Shithawks.
Shithawks. Well, I guess we said it now. We broke the seal. We might as well just keep using it then.
But they're not the crappiest team in that division.
They are not, at least not according to last year, because last year, the way this division broke down, the Rams won 10-7, but they were tied, and Seattle did not have the tiebreaker, who also went 10-7 and missed the playoffs.
Yep.
Arizona went 8-9, and San Francisco had an injury-plagued season, which seems to be carrying over to this season, and they only went 6-11. So rather surprising based upon what we thought San Francisco was going to do. We thought that was their division, that they were going to take it. Did not work out that way.
I think everybody thought Purdy was going to repeat, but he had that sophomore slump and the team got hurt. And
I think the things that hurt them, they lost essentially every offensive weapon. And Brock Purdy's, he's not a prolific quarterback. He can't carry a team.
Correct.
Outside of their deficiencies. He's a good quarterback. He's enough to make them move the ball and be successful when they have talent around them. But when they lost Ayuk and Samuel, then they lost Ricky Pearsall, they lost CMC. They were just constantly rotating out talent. And the guy who was most successful was George Kittle because he was around the longest or healthiest the longest. So, this is going to be a rough year for them again because it looks like Brandon Ayuk is still out. Don't know exactly when he's going to be back, but he's going to be on the PUP.
I thought I read a thing today that they're projecting week 7 for him.
Okay, that's a good chunk of the season.
Yes.
They're out 2 of their running backs, Isaac Guerrero, who was the first backup. Then the rookie they drafted, Jordan James, he's injured. So whatever they're doing, they need to go and change their facility, change the grass. I don't know. Maybe move.
Yeah.
It's just not healthy. So let's start with the Rams. The Rams' current roster is looking like this. Matthew Stafford, back issues. Kyron Williams just got a contract extension, like what's going on here. Backup, Blake Corum, solid backup. Wide receiver, Puka Nacia, probably top 5 guaranteed, as long as he's got a quality quarterback throwing him the ball, followed up by Devontae Adams. Their tight end was Tyler Higbee, but they're listing rookie Terrace Ferguson, drafted in round 2 as their starting tight end.
I can see it.
Okay. They also drafted
Higbee was hot and cold last year.
Yeah, he's not prolific. He's just a serviceable tight end. They did draft running back Yarquez Hunter in round 4, wide receiver Kanata Mumpfield in round 7. So good things to look at on this team, but I think it all centers around Matt Stafford and his health.
Well, you know what? I think in this division, they are the most well-rounded. Even if they have to pivot to a backup quarterback, they still have some weapons that this backup quarterback may actually look better than he actually is, just because you got a good running game and you got a good wide receiver core. So I think they are a very well-rounded team. But you're right. If they don't have their leader playing, they may lose some close games.
It makes me feel uncomfortable as a Puka Nacia owner in a couple leagues. Thank you, Donnie, by the way, for that tip when you drafted him. I love having him on my roster, but I'm nervous about what he could potentially do for me this year because Matt Stafford is injured. So if Matt Stafford plays, he's not playing it full. Like, he's not going to be 100%. I'm just going to go out there and say that if he's still suffering an ongoing back injury, he's going to play hurt. Like, he's going to tough it out, and if he does play, he's going to play hurt. And it's going to impact his ability to throw the ball, which is going to impact the performance of his players. Yeah. Kyron Williams, I think, will be safe just because he can just run the ball and get what he needs from there. The checkdowns might actually go his way if Stafford can't throw the ball anymore.
Yeah. And that's where this Ferguson might benefit too.
Short range,
He's only throwing if he's only throwing 7 or 8 yard passes, and this guy can get open, there you go.
Okay. Seahawks. Well, they moved on from Geno Smith and went and acquired Sam Darnold, who had an amazing season for the Minnesota Vikings. And now we're going to find out whether or not that was a magical pumpkin ride or if he's the real deal. And he just needed a couple of years to cook and bake to turn into a starting quarterback. Running backs, Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet. I think it's a great 1-2 punch. Kenneth Walker being kind of the incumbent starter, but Zach Charbonnet really showed out last year when Kenneth Walker was missing game after game after game that he could also be a reliable starter. Jackson Smith-Njigba finally showed up, got the opportunity, became the alpha. But can he sustain that status with Sam Darnold? Like this is a lot of question marks. They picked up Cooper Kupp, who really disappeared for the Rams last year. And their tight end room is a battle. It's between second-year A.J. Barner and rookie tight end Elijah Arroyo, drafted in round 2. They also picked up quarterback Jalen Milroe, round 3, wide receiver Torrey Horton, which I'm hearing lots of hype news on. He from round 5. Tight end Robbie Oots, round 5. Running back Damian Martinez, round 7, and wide receiver Ricky White III, round 7. That's a lot of rookies. A lot of offensive talent that you're sifting through here.
Yeah.
Feelings. What do you think?
If Darnold is the real deal, if he has a decent year this year, Smith-Njigba could really have. He could have like a Justin Jefferson year.
Could.
If those two click, then away you go. Do I think that's going to happen? No. I'm still not a believer in Darnold. I think Minnesota was his best and only shot at real fame, just because they had so much talent. Do I think Smith-Njigba is a Justin Jefferson? No. If he goes to battle for the ball, he might not win as Jefferson would, type thing. Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet. I've had Charbonnet for a few years, and he's burnt me, so I'm not real confident yet. So we'll see. We'll see with this team.
I'm really nervous for them. Yeah, it's it. I don't have a lot of confidence. There's not a lot of trust here. I do believe in Jackson Smith-Njigba. I do think he emerged, and I think he can be a reliable starter. But there's not a lot of depth here. I don't know if Cooper Kupp's got anything left in the tank. And you're switching offensive coordinators and your quarterback. So Sam Darnold is the guy. Hang on.
And he's having to learn a new playbook again.
Excuse me. Yes. So yeah, there's a lot of risk here. I think there's a lot of ways this goes wrong, more than a lot of ways that it goes right. So I'm really apprehensive about the Seahawks' future this season for fantasy.
I think you might even see Jalen Milroe by the end of the season.
Yeah. I expect it, actually. I don't think Sam Darnold's gonna repeat last year. I think he's gonna play a good chunk of the season. He's gonna flounder. It's not gonna work, and they're gonna move over to Jalen Milroe.
I mean, you look at Minnesota at the end of last year. They weren't they started off so strong, and they built themselves up a good record. And last couple of games of the season in the playoffs, they did not look like that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I don't know that he is the quintessential closer, as it were. Can you get the job done when the brightest lights are on you?
Is he Andy Dalton? He'll win you a season, he'll get you to the playoffs, and then he'll choke in the playoffs?
Yes. That's kind of the way. But I don't even think they'll make the playoffs, to be honest.
No, I agree. I don't think this team is a playoff ready team. To be honest with you, I don't know if more than one team in this division can make the playoffs.
There's another team that's on the bubble, but yeah.
You think? Okay, well, let's keep moving then. Let's go Arizona. Probably the shortest list to talk about.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray, James Conner, backup Trey Benson, wide receiver Marvin Harrison, tight end Trey McBride. They drafted no offensive rookies. There's no other
They're
fantasy
confident with their
relevant
team.
pieces. Yeah, but it's not a. What did they go? They went 8-9 last year.
They're not a flashy team. No, not like it was 3 or 4 years ago when everything was exciting there and they were putting up tons of points. I think they're just going to be a consistent move along the schedule, win when they have to, lose a few crazy games. But yeah, they're not. I don't think they're going to be exciting to watch.
As the owner of the majority of this team,
You hope I'm wrong, but
yeah, I hope these guys are able to really fashion some great wins. Like, I love the opportunity for Trey McBride. I think Marvin Harrison is a talented kid. Hopefully they have a scheme in place that can actually utilize his skill set. James Conner was an absolute revelation last year. I think he's being undersold, but he's aging. And to me, it comes down to Kyler Murray.
yeah,
Is Kyler Murray going to show up and play? Where's his mindset at? Is he going to be the quarterback that can run and pass and make good decisions and like be engaged, or is he going to be all like, oh, poor me? Like, is he going to turn into Eeyore when he shows up to game day?
you know what? I think they need to have some success early for the team to come together and make a serious run. You're right. If they lose 3 or 4 out of the first 5, you're right. That Eeyore mentality will come in and the team might implode.
Okay. First 6 games that aren't preseason. First game, New Orleans Saints. Probably one of the weakest teams. That should be a win.
Yeah.
Carolina Panthers, week 2.
Should be a win.
49ers, first
Should be
battle.
a win.
Okay, but that could be their first battle. Then it's the Seahawks.
That should be a win.
Then it's the Titans.
Should be a win. They could go 5-0.
Okay, then it's the Colts.
6-0.
Then it's the Packers.
7-0. I think if they go 5-0, the confidence of the team will be there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the first 7 weeks are games that are potentially winnable. Then they go into their bye week.
But all of those 7 games, they could lose by 1 point.
Yeah, they could be 1-score games, field goal, touchdown.
Yeah, I don't see them blowing out anybody this year.
What a great schedule they got, though.
Well,
okay, so the first 7 weeks we talked about, they could go 7-0. They come back from that. They face Dallas.
Should be a win.
Seattle.
Should be
San Fran. But let's just say they split with the other teams, right? Okay, so Seattle, San Fran, then they get Jacksonville. Okay, not a super strong team. Tampa Bay, that's a tough matchup.
Could be, yeah.
They get the Rams, probably a tough matchup. The Texans, we don't know much about the Texans and how the Texans are going to unfold themselves this year, right? So that could be hit or miss. The Falcons.
Again, a hit or miss.
Yeah. Bengals, which is probably Bengals the second last week of the season, are probably going to steamroll them. And then the Rams to close the season out. Like, that's a winnable schedule.
Yes.
Oh, come on, Arizona. All right.
You want to go to Vegas and put down $10 on and win it?
Yeah. You know what? We don't have to go to Vegas. We just got to call our friend who's down there listening to this podcast right now and just say, hey, man, it's going to vend you some money. I'm not going to make it public so I don't get dinged for collusion and stuff like some of these college athletes are. But yeah, let's talk San Francisco then, because that's the team that's should be good but wasn't good.
No.
Brock Purdy. Christian McCaffrey, if he's healthy, man, that team's they're gonna win games.
I don't think no.
Ricky Pearsall, hey man, as a Christian McCaffrey owner in several leagues, yes, he's healthy. This is the year. This is he was off. This is on.
Okay.
Ricky Pearsall is listed as the wide receiver 1. Juwan Jennings out with injury. Brandon Ayuk out with injury. George Kittle, who I think should be great this year. They did draft some rookies, but not with good assets. So they drafted wide receiver Jordan Watkins, round 4, Running back Jordan James, round 5. He's out injured. Quarterback Curtis Rourke, round 7. And wide receiver Junior Bergen, round 7.
Yeah. This season's going to be, I don't know. It's a dumpster fire, in
Dumpster
my opinion.
fire. Yep.
Purdy, I don't think he would have to get into an incredible role like he did as a rookie. I don't think the talent's there to back it up. Ricky Pearsall is okay, but not an elite guy.
Not yet, anyways. He was injured. He got shot his first year. Is this his second year or is this his third year?
I think it's the second.
Okay, so then last year was a bit of a write-off because he didn't have a lot of field time.
Didn't really play.
Yeah, I didn't really know what this kid could or could not do.
Brandon Ayuk is they don't have a clear number one. Not like you got like a Jamar Chase. You don't have an elite wide receiver. Yes, Christian McCaffrey, if he's 100% healthy, could be an elite running back, but he's also close to 30 if he's not over 30.
Yeah, I think he's 29.
That body has been beat up so bad.
He takes whole years off to recuperate.
Both Achilles heels have let go on him. So, does the guy get a walker that he can lean on to run with? If he gets that, then maybe, because he is still powerful. But I just and if the team, the shining guy is George Kittle, but if the team excels, like look what happened to George Kittle 3 years ago when the 49ers were a powerhouse. Kittle faded into the background because everybody else was getting the bulk of the work. Does that happen to Kittle again if this team starts to excel? Or does it all have to go through Kittle again like it did last year? And
which is great for Kittle owners.
Yeah. For him and fantasy relevant people, sure. I just don't think the team has a prayer this year.
Wow. I really got to clean up my roster.
Yeah, too many of these guys.
Yeah, I'm not overly excited about some of the spots I have. I have an addiction to tight ends and quarterbacks. I really need to thin that out. See who's trending out there.
I can tell you who's trending.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give it up because I'm trying to make a trade.
Oh, really? I'm going to go. Oh man, this is wild. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. So sitting here looking at these rosters, and now I got to figure out how do I think these teams are going to finish? I already have in my mind how the order of it's going to go. It's just whether or not I can, what I can think about their records. Let's start with the Rams. They're the current division winner. How do you think they're going to finish?
I got the Rams going 11-6 and winning the division.
Oops, sorry, 11-6. You have them going 11-6 and winning the division, really? Okay. I do not have them winning the division. I have them going 8-9. I think they manufacture wins, but I really do think Matthew Stafford's injury doesn't just hurt him; it hurts the team.
And that could very well be. I'm banking on a Stafford that can gut it out like he did in Detroit, and just say, "This is my swan song. I'm going out strong. Let's see what happens. I'll worry about the wheelchair later."
All right. Next up, we've got the Seattle Shithawks.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. This is a team I think is going to take the 6-11 spot.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I think they could get some wins.
Yeah, I'm not as dumped on them as you, but I got them 7-10.
Okay, so not far off. Yeah, I don't think Sam Darnold is the guy. I think the Minnesota Vikings was a product of they're just amazing coaching and system, And sure, he might have talent where he's at surrounding him, but I don't know if the system and the coaching is in place for him to be successful.
Yeah. And I think in Minnesota, it was almost like one of those, hey, the guy that we brought in that was going to save us went down, so let's rally behind this
Backup.
nobody, the nobody that everybody figured was going to fail, and let's prove everybody wrong, right?
And
Like
that could be
everybody
the
thought
case.
when they saw Sam Darnold, they were probably all like, "Oh my God, this is who we got to play with." The guys, the guys like what was he like, 10-30 in his career before coming here? Like,
Yeah.
let's rally behind him and actually give him some hope, right? Like the team was good enough that the most important position didn't matter to the team.
All right. Arizona. I have them winning, going 11-6.
Okay, okay. I'm not quite as high on them. I got them going 10-7. I just think that the team it's a very consistent team. Again, they're not going to blow anybody out, but they're going to win the games they need to. And I think they'll steal from the Seattles and the San Franciscos to get some of their wins. San Francisco,
Yeah, you lead off on this one.
I got them at 6-11 again.
Oh, so you have them really low then.
But well, they're going to be the basement of the division.
Okay. I don't
They'll
think so. I think this is a team that's going to be pushing for winning this division, but let me preface that. I don't know if this is a really strong division anymore, like it has been in years past. So pushing to win the division isn't saying a lot. That's like saying the Houston Texans are pushing to win their division. It's like, well, it's not a strong division. You have a lot of competition. The Rams, if Stafford's out, then I don't think they can win. If Stafford's in and healthy, I think it's their division to lose. But I don't think Stafford's in. I don't have high hopes for Seattle. I think Arizona has what they need to win, whether or not they can be coached into doing it, and if they can actually follow through with what's laid before them. San Francisco's in the same boat. They got great coaching. It's already in place. They've got talented players. They've been to 2 Super Bowls. They've got what they need to win. Can they mentally get past all of the BS from behind them and move forward? I think there's going to be some wins here. I don't think they can win this division right now, but I'm actually going to put them at 10-7 this year.
Okay. And again,
Fingers crossed they stay healthy.
Well, again, if they see some early season success, again, they could go on a run. And you're right, they could take the division. They could push for it.
I think
But
they need that early season success.
They need to stay healthy, and they need to feel that success. If it's a guy goes down in week 1, it's like if a Christian McCaffrey goes down in week 1,
Toast.
the team is just going to like be deflated, and here we go again. And then it could be even worse than my 6-11. It could be 3-14.
Yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm. I think Christian McCaffrey is going to play a very important role for this team. If he can stay healthy and Kittle stays healthy, I think that's just enough for them to continue to win games and etch games out. Not be like a 12 or 13 win team, but like, hey, look, they have a better chance of winning. If Christian McCaffrey goes down, I think their chances of success drop dramatically.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Okay, now that we've finished off with the records, I've got Arizona winning the division 11-6, followed by San Francisco, Los Angeles, and then Seattle. Andrew, you've got Los Angeles winning the division, followed by Arizona, Seattle, and San Francisco rounding out the bottom.
And Arizona is my team that's on the bubble to be a wild card.
It could, yeah. I think maybe this is the year.
10-7 is tough to make the playoffs, but I think the whole conference isn't super strong. The division isn't strong, but the conference I don't think is very strong either, because you've got the other division of like the Giants, the 40 or the Giants and the Redskins and not Redskins, the Commanders,
Commanders,
the Cowboys. right? Do the Commanders repeat like they did last year? Don't know, right? Like a 10-17 could make the playoffs just based off of looking at the teams that are in this conference. So I wouldn't say that in the other conference, but in this one, yeah. Our fantasy lineups. This will
Yeah.
be interesting to see where we go with this one.
You know what? I'll start off first. My quarterback, I'm going to pick Kyler Murray.
Okay.
I'm going to
I was the
put it
same.
out there.
I was the
It
same.
makes sense because there's not really a lot else to look at. Matthew Stafford, when healthy, he's someone to consider. But
But I
Brock
don't think
Purdy's not going to do it.
even a healthy Stafford, I don't think he's the top point getter in the division because guys like Williams might take away some of his fantasy points because he runs it in. Stafford might not be throwing as many as Kyler Murray, or Kyler Murray might be running some in that puts him ahead of a Stafford. You're dead bang on. I think Purdy. I don't think he's got the talent surrounding him. It's going to be Kittle and CMC, so he might not get as much fantasy relevance if CMC is running the ball a lot. We'll have to see.
All right, running back. Before you make your selections, let's recount what we got here. We got Christian McCaffrey, James Conner, Kenneth Walker, maybe Zach Charbonnet, and Kyron Williams. It's actually some pretty good choices.
True. It could be any one of the four. I went with Kyron Williams.
Okay. I'm going CMC on that one. I don't think you're wrong with Kyron. I just want to gamble on a full season of CMC because if I get it,
you know what?
he'll beat Kyron.
You know what though? I don't know. Even a healthy CMC,
Really?
I don't know if he'll top out Williams.
All right. Okay. Wide receiver options we got on the table.
To me, I think this is pretty open and closed, but
you think so? Is it just Puka? Puka or nothing?
The only other one that I considered was sophomore year Marvin Harrison. You look at San Francisco, you don't got a superstar there.
I'm pivoting. I'm going to go Marvin Harrison. I'm going to be different. Yeah. I think Puka, even without Stafford, I think Puka is probably still a top 10 wide receiver.
Yeah. He has to be for that team to win.
Yeah. Marvin Harrison, fingers crossed.
But again, here's the thing though. For Arizona to contend for the division, Marvin Harrison has to show up. Terrence Ferguson.
Yeah, you made a great choice with Terrence Ferguson as your rookie tight end pick.
I'm going to surprise the hell out of you with mine.
Oh, you going George Kittle?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It's not wrong. He's probably going to be an absolutely vital role, and he scores touchdowns. That's the biggest difference between Trey McBride and George Kittle. Trey McBride got more targets, more yards, more opportunities, but only got 2 touchdowns. A fumble recovery that counts as a rushing touchdown, and 1 receiving touchdown that he got at like week 17.
Yeah, he's going to have for Arizona to show up and win. McBride's going to have to step up and score some more.
Okay. Now we've got a lot of disparity already. We got 3 players that are different, so we can wipe out our quarterbacks. I know we're already going to be different on our flex plays. I wonder how different. I'm going Kyron Williams as my flex play. Puka is in consideration here, but I do think with the situation Matt Stafford's in, I think Kyron gets a lot of work regardless of everything else.
Yeah. And just because of what you just talked about a minute ago, about yards and catches, and I think he will get more touchdowns, my flex is McBride.
Really? You're going, I think that's the first time we've had a tight end in the flex spot.
For the rest of the division, I think his ceiling is really high. That, I did think about Marvin Harrison as one of them, but I even contemplated CMC, but I don't know that I can't trust CMC to be the
No,
healthy.
that's fair.
So I went with, I know he's ranked lower by about 20 points or 30 points, but his ceiling is really high, and I think he could have a year like what's his name last year, Brock Bowers last year, and Travis Kelce from 2 years ago. McBride could have numbers like that, where he's up in the 200 point range.
I would love that. That would mean a lot
As
of
the
things.
owner, yes, you would, but
yeah, as the Trey McBride owner, I think that'd be great. One, because it would mean that Kyler Murray's doing what he needs to do.
Back to what
right?
he's doing, yes.
Yeah, so he's throwing touchdowns. If Trey McBride can fall into that Travis Kelce era, where Travis Kelce was essentially a top 5 wide receiver, if that's how they treat Trey McBride, perfect. Love it. That's going to be fantastic. And putting him in your flex spot is extremely smart. That's the gamble. In this case, that's the gamble that you're taking in this lineup. My gamble is CMC. If I can capture the high highs one more time, that's what I'm shooting for.
Yep.
All right, so my roster.
Who knows? CMC by the middle of the season may have 300 points already, and then gets hurt, and you don't need him for the rest of the year. He's still the top running back at the end of the year. Because isn't that what happened? Isn't that what happened like 4 years ago?
Yeah, he
missed half the year, but he was still the number one.
He was still a top 10 running back.
Yeah.
For almost by the end of the year. Yeah, it was pretty wild. Okay, so I've got Kyler Murray, CMC, Marvin Harrison, Trey McBride, and my flex play is Kyren Williams. Andrew, you've got Kyler Murray, Kyren Williams, Puka Nacia, George Kittle, and your flex is Trey McBride. Very interesting.
Yes. We'll see how it wraps up at the end of the year.
Yeah. I do look forward to coming back to seeing how these things play out. It's always fun to hindsight your decision-thinking process. It's like, what was I thinking back then?
Here's a new bet. Here's a new Super Bowl bet.
Okay.
We go up and we add up all of the points for all of these guys we picked in all of these divisions.
Yeah.
Whoever has the most points. So all eight
divisions, all fantasy lineups.
All the fantasy lineups. Like some of our lineups are almost identical.
Yeah, so there's gonna be some cancellation.
But I mean, you look at this division, we're off on.
Yeah, well, my Kyren counts out your Kyren. Trey counts out Trey. So in this one, it's really CMC and Marvin Harrison versus Puka Nacia and George Kittle.
Yeah, so that could be a big jump.
CMC and Marvin Harrison versus Puka Nacia and George Kittle.
That could be close.
That could be close, huh? I do like that. They make for some fun little internet memes. Put that out there and saying, who would you rather have, CMC and Marvin Harrison, or Puka Nacia and George Kittle in a half PPR league?
Yeah. Even throw that out in the
chat. Who would you rather have?
I was offered this trade. These two for these two. Who wins the trade if I accept?
Who wins the trade? Yeah. End of season. 1 year. Okay. Well, that's it for this week, folks. Thank you very much for hanging out with us, participating in the show, listening. As I found out, one particular listener likes to listen to us at bedtime to help them fall asleep.
Thanks.
Yeah. I'm glad we have a listener. It's just, I didn't realize that we were so soothing for you to fall asleep to.
Is that one of our league mates?
No, it's my kid.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, she likes to listen to the podcast when she goes to bed. Mm-hmm. When she has a rough night sleeping, or she stayed up too late and she just needs to Dad's talking. Tone it out.
There you go.
Yeah. All right, we come back next week with the NFC South. Stick around, stay tuned. It's going to be fun. From one poor man to another, remember, if it's not fun, it's not worth doing. Good night, everybody.
Have a great week, everybody.